Hey guys, what's going on? MightyLeafy here. Welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes video. This is going to be another update to the Road to Free-to-Play series. I believe this is episode 30 if I was still counting the episodic number stuff. But I think from the next episode onwards, I'll probably drop that numbering system and just go with like the updates. So for those of you who are wondering what the heck this series is about, basically I used to whale on this game quite a bit, and at one point I chose to stop spending. This is kind of a documentary to how the curbing of spending has been going for me. I have been successful in transitioning to a non-spender. I got extremely baited, and I kid you not, I nearly spent money doing the summon for Bright Minion. Now, luckily, I was on the Discord call with my server, so the people in my server, they sort of backed me up, encouraged me to not spend. They even got mad, so that's good, you know? Like, looking back right now, I'm glad that I didn't spend in that moment. You know, it's always those tiny little moments of emotional meltdown that you just kind of give in and spin. But once you overcome that, it becomes a lot easier. So my haven't spent money day counter thing is at day 66. And then slightly under 2 hours, it'll be day 67. Now I think 3 months is what I need to be completely free of the spending thing. So day 90 is now what I'm aiming for. Now in terms of orb saving, I haven't really done well with that. You know, I'm just the kind of person that spends them impulsively. I don't regret spending them. Having more orbs doesn't necessarily guarantee that you will get something. It just raises your chances, which is obviously always going to be good. But, you know, I saved all those orbs for Bright Minion. I didn't touch any of the orbs for like 2 weeks straight, even though I was so itching for it. But I saved it all up for that one last day, and the expectation was so high, like my hopes were so high, and they just got crushed. And in that moment, I felt so much sadness and disappointment. You know, I feel like it's like I brought up before, like, if you spend a bit every day and you don't get something for 2 weeks, then the disappointment is going to be spread out. But if you save it up for the 2 weeks and then you do it on that one last day and you don't get it, that disappointment is going to be so concentrated in that one day. And just that one moment, that's why I nearly caved into spending. It's just that it's so much. And I never want to put myself in that sort of position ever again. So yes, I'm going to you know, keep the no spending thing, but no, I'm not going to let people dictate me on how I should or should not be spending my orbs. I'm gonna spend my free orbs as I choose, and if I don't get anything, well, that's how it goes. If it's unoptimized, well, that's just gonna be how it is. It's just the game, and you know, like, if I'm not doing it perfectly, then hey, whatever, man, like, that's all good. So I feel like after I stop spending money on this game, the way that you play the game, it changes entirely. The aspects of the game that you enjoy kind of change as well, so they all shift. Back when I used to pay for content, so you're essentially paying for orbs. It's a lot more focus in the aspect of the game that I like, which is building units. And I know that you can build units even if you are free to play, but I feel like all the top tier waifu units, I mean, waifu is kind of subjective. By that I mean, like, everybody's waifu is going to be a different character. I think in one of my videos, some guy got insanely mad that how dare I like Cordelia over Tana, and my opinion is wrong. So that's kind of weird. That's like saying I'm wrong for liking ice cream because he hates ice cream. So I don't know what that's all about. But anyways, waifu very subjective, depends on the person. It's very opinion based, and it just so happens that a lot of the waifu units that I feel like building up, they are premium units. Oh, I wonder why that is. I guess they put more effort into the more premium units just for the whales. So that obviously is no longer on the table as an option. I mean, the kind of builds that free-to-play players would be looking for are more kind of practical builds rather than, you know, going for the aesthetics and all that stuff. So characters like Sheena, a very good unit, top tier definitely in terms of practicality. If you give her the right kind of skills and you give her that plus 10 merge, she's gonna be unstoppable. Gwendolyn is another very good example. She is crazy strong. You can build her up. Plus 10 merger, give her the right skills, and she's unstoppable. But the thing is, I don't know, like Gwendolyn, Sheena, I'm not a big fan of their artwork, and I think a lot of people will share the sentiment with me. But some people, they just look past that and say that the stats are good, which is a pretty good mindset for free-to-play players to have. Unfortunately, I just don't want to build units that look not too great, in my opinion. Yeah, just don't hold that against me. It's just my opinion. So sorry if it offends anybody, but yeah, don't take it too personal. You know, I've always been the kind of guy that, you know, take trading cards for example. I've always been that guy that collects rare cards and doesn't really have a proper deck that outplays everybody, and doesn't really boast about it either. So yeah, the guy with the cards, but doesn't really use them. That's the kind of guy I am. Might sound pretty stupid, but hey, you know, that's just how it is, man. So yeah, by far the most fun I've had in this game was back when I was rolling for the waifus and just building the waifu units. And you know, after they're built, they just sit on the shelf, do nothing, because that's how it goes. That's what happens. You build them, you just let them sit there like it's like buying anime figures. You just put them on the shelf. They get dusty, and then you're like, oh man, I don't want some dust on my figures. I might just put them back in the box, and you know what? I'm gonna seal the box. You know, I don't want the box getting dusty either. I'm gonna put it in the cupboard. You know what? I'm gonna lock the cupboard up and like seal that as well with nails and stuff. You know, I'm gonna like seal the entire room. Yeah. No, but okay, I went overboard there. But yeah, like, I don't necessarily use them, but just the feeling of having those units and having them built and having them prepped, that is what does it for me. But yeah, well, that's no longer an option, obviously, because you gotta fork out the dough. So I'm starting to feel like I'm slowly losing interest in the game because you know, just on top of not being able to waifu snipu. Waifu snipu? Well, yeah, on top of not being able to waifu snipu, you know, I'm just not really used to the slower pace of the game without paying real money for more orbs and stuff, right? You know, the in-game content, it's kind of lacking. Like, aside from Arena, what do we got? Nothing that's constantly there, right? Like, we don't have a mode that's consistently there. We're kind of always waiting for that new event to drop, and then once that event drops, we like spam it. Oh look, it's a new Grand Hero battle, let's spam it. And then it's like done in like 10 minutes, or like if it's a more difficult one, maybe like an hour or something. And then that's it. Nothing for 2 more weeks, I think. Or maybe just 1 week. I don't know. And then Tempest Trial. Okay, let's spam that. Let's use, I don't know, is it like 10 stamina potions on the one night? Get all the rewards, spam all those orbs into something, you know, one of the banners with the unit that you want most. And then that's it. That's gone. gone for another like 2 weeks or something as well. Story mode. Every time the story mode drops, everyone just spams it for the orbs and then just uses it on the banner. And yeah, it's like we don't have any modes that are there for, you know, for good, kind of. We don't have any modes that are consistently there that we can revisit. I feel like we need a mode where we can grind for loot. That would be insanely awesome of a addition to the game. Now I don't mean SP grinding. I'm aware that SP grinding is a thing, but I feel like SP grinding should be a means to a goal, you know? It shouldn't be the end-all goal. Like, I'm grinding SP to build my stuff for something. But outside of the arena, where else am I going to use these units other than, you know, as I said before, the timely events and the new maps that gets cleared in like 10 minutes for the orbs. But yeah, we need some sort of sustainable mode that's in a game for the long haul. Something to keep us entertained. Something like the secret bases in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So something where you can create your own little map using little bits and bobs, and most importantly, having your very unique built and IV specific units laid out on the map. You know, setting up a trap for players who choose to challenge your map. Now, it would be also pretty cool if you could give out like a code or something to aspiring challengers to challenge this map that you have no doubt carefully crafted. But yeah, this would add a lot of interaction between players and the community. In fact, I think interaction between the community should be another point of priority for this game. Like right now, we have it better than when the game first launched, but it's still far from perfect. We can't talk to each other, which is okay, but the 5 theater thing, that's pointless. Getting to use them in rival domains and Grand Conquest, I'm gonna say it's a little bit pointless as well, but maybe for people who don't have too much units, it's actually kind of cool. But I have a lot of units, so it's kind of pointless for me. The accessories update was a huge addition to the game that I am in favor of, because it changes the look and uniqueness of your character, which is always a good thing. Yeah, thumbs up for that. I love that. But yeah, what about things like clans? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I haven't really been making too much of these videos, and I guess you guys can probably surmise the reason behind that. It's because, well, I think I've already talked about it in this video anyways. I'm just not used to the new pace that the game is played at, which is to say a very slow pace, at which I don't acquire anything. I don't have any new toys to play around with. Therefore, I don't really have anything to do in the game besides Arena, which I'm not a very huge fan of. Yeah, what is there to do in the game? We need more modes, please, IS. We don't need more maps. Well, we do need more maps. Let's not kid ourselves. We need more maps. We need more orbs is what we need. We need more maps, that's good, but most importantly, in my opinion, we need more modes. And I'm not talking about that tap dancing crap. That's a little, I think that's just for the gimmicky thing there, which I'm fine with, but I don't know. I feel like I'd be playing a different game if it wasn't for like the rewards and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't know. We need some new relevant modes to the game that is Fire Emblem Heroes. Okay guys, so that has been another episode of Road to Free to Play. I think I've spanned quite a few topics here, so I'm probably gonna get a lot of dislikes and hates for this video. But yeah, whatever. I'm prepared. I will brace myself for the unpopular opinion thing. With that being said, guys, I thank you guys for kind of keeping up with the series. I think I saw a comment the other day. There's a guy who was missing the return of this series. Like he feels like it's been a while. Feels like he wishes there was like more of it. He misses when this stuff was like being uploaded daily. But of course, every 10-minute video I make, I somehow manage to have to kind of spend 4 hours doing the recording and editing, and footage gathering and rendering and all that stuff. Possibly because I am still not too great at this stuff, but hey, if you guys are watching it, then it's worth it. And if people stuck around for the series, I'm truly grateful. That being said, guys, I do have a Discord server. The link will be in the video description down below. It's Fire Emblem Heroes content stuff and people that chat about it. Also Monster Super League and a bit of Overwatch. But yeah, that being said, guys, I'm gonna end this episode off right here. So this has been MightyLeafy with another episode of Road to Free to Play. Hope to see you guys next time. Hopefully not too long after, but it'll be up when it's up. It will be here when it's here. It'll be ready when it's ready. Catch you guys next time.